Hi guys, it's Surprisingly Brooke. This is a very awkward angle. So I thought I would do a little bit of an update. Um, I know it's been a while. I've been very busy. First of all, I got a haircut. It's hard to see now. My sister put my hair in a bun, but I cut my hair about here, shoulder length. It's really short now. A lot easier to manage. um, the skunk Daisy May, I showed her in a video. She's getting older. Um, this week we're actually babysitting my nephew because my sister just got married. Yay! Woo! Yeah. Uh, yeah. So now I have a brother-in-law. It's weird, but I mean, Colin's cool, so it's fine. Um, so that's a little bit of an update. Sorry, I'm really sick. My sister got me sick. I wanted to talk about some goals. Because I feel like I've been thinking about this a lot, especially this summer, having more free time, and I like doing this. To be honest, I love doing this. I really do. Hold on, I'm just gonna turn off that fan real quick. Okay, sorry, that was loud and noisy. I love being a YouTuber. I love this. It's hard to explain. So I've been watching YouTube, for a while, watching other YouTubers, watching their milestone videos and looking at their techniques and doing research of my own. And I've been thinking about it a lot, plus looking at my life. And I want this to be a huge part of my life. And I know it's a huge step because I've just barely started, a couple months ago. And I know I'm late in the game. To be fair, I've lived a very quote unquote sheltered life, so I didn't really know about YouTubers in the world and as much of like the world of like YouTube conventions and cons and stuff because I never really had a lot of money to go. I've never been to a con actually, which is something I'd really love to do because I don't really have the money for it. I've never really been able to afford things like that, but in YouTube, when I was younger, we didn't have a lot of access to like while everyone else has iPhones, I have my crappy slide phone, which is now. It's actually a really good phone, but it doesn't access the internet um, because it's cheaper for my parents. And I'm not saying like my parents are cheap or anything like that, but I don't mind my phone. I'm perfectly fine with it. But I know that in order for me to be more focused on doing this, I need to change a bit about my life. One thing, I'm not saying like I'm guaranteed to be a famous YouTuber like Markiplier, PewDiePie, Dan and Phil, Shane Dawson, or any of them. I'm not saying that I'm gonna be as popular as them or even popular at all. Um, but I'm gonna try because one thing that I have a really hard time doing is trying really hard at something because I've always had a fear of um, trying really hard and failing because I've had issues with that in the past of working really hard at something and being so proud of myself and it just going wrong. And sorry. And I'd really, really would like this to work out. I know, again, I'm late in the game, and maybe by the time I actually start getting more subscribers, it's probably not going to be, YouTube might not even be as big. I mean, it might be bigger, who knows, but I know that I really want to try to make this work. And whether I want it to be my career or just something I'm really proud of, I just really want this to work. So I'm going to try my hardest. I'm going to try to do more videos. I'm going to try to be honest, the reason I don't edit my videos is because I don't know how to edit. And again, that's the thing is I could take the time to watch how to use the YouTube video editor and do annotations and things like that. It's probably the easiest thing in the world, and I could go to some website and learn how to add in sound effects, and I could do that, but with all the crazy stuff in my life and what's expected of me, I always feel like I don't have enough time for that. Says the person who spends hours watching YouTube all day, almost every day, when I'm not working, which I've only been working my sister's job while she's on her honeymoon, because I don't have a real job. But it's just one of those things, I really want it to be a part of my life, because currently my career path that I've chosen is something that um, I know I'll be good at. Um, I know that the career I've chosen, I know I'm going to be good at it, because it's something that I am already very passionate about, and I love talking about, which is I'm trying to be a veterinarian, because I have weird pets in my house. I've shown you my skunk. We have a duck. We've had an Egyptian spiny mouse. We've had rats. Um, and I love watching Animal Planet, which is also my inspiration for wanting to be a vet. And I'm not that squeamish when it comes to like dissecting and tying up and fixing owies on little kids and stuff like that. I've never really been squeamish about that stuff. It's actually very intriguing to me, and I love learning about animals and diseases and bodily functions and things like that. It finds me biology. It's very fascinating to me, and I love animals and I like to help people. So it's kind of like, well, veterinarian, there you go. And I am very good at science and mathematics, which would help me out in the case. And it's something, and even if I struggled, it's something that I could put a lot of my time into making it be a great thing. And it's something that, in a nutshell, it could be a guaranteed career path for me because of my background. And even my parents believe that. They think I'd be very good at being a veterinarian. Um, but I know that the thing I've always really wanted to be is an entertainer. I've been writing songs since I was 6. Really crappy songs, but songs. On the piano I keep in my room now. We had it at our old house, and I remember my parents used to tease me for writing these little songs, and I've been writing books and poems and short stories since 6th grade, when my friend, who was a writer, she didn't want to talk with me during our homeroom. All she wanted to do was write her book, and so I took a play pretend character I used to always play as a little kid, and I realized that that's a character, and I started writing my first book, and I actually wrote my first book that year. It's really bad, but I constantly every year go and edit it, and there are a lot of things that I create that I find funny or heartbreaking, or just things that I would love to show people and share with people, but it's really hard to do that. It's probably because I don't have a fear of necessarily being rejected. I just have a fear of failing. So it's kind of like if I put my poem, like a book of poems I wrote or whatever. I don't really have a book of poems, but if I had one and I posted out somewhere and people really didn't like it, I wouldn't really. I mean, if no one liked it, I'd be like, oh, but even if I had one person that liked it, you know, it'd be a nice thing for me. Because I am very awkward about sharing things like that. It actually took a lot for me to sing on this channel in The Storyteller. But, yeah, I've always wanted to be an entertainer. I've always wanted to write songs for people, sing, read, have people read my books and my stories, actually perform some skits. I was going to do skits on this channel, but again, I have no idea how to edit videos, and I don't really have anything that takes good quality videos. But the reason again, I really want to try and make this work, but the reason I struggle is because it's something that's, if I try hard, I feel like I can make it, just like with my veterinary job. If I try hard, I feel like I can make it. But the difference between this and my veterinary job is that this is going to be harder because I'm going to have to buy a better camera, learn how to edit, basically do a lot. I'm going to have to do a lot so that I can entertain people in the way that I want to, make people laugh, make people cry. Just, I want it to be fun and I want it to be great and I want it to be something special. Like Markiplier and PewDiePie and all of them. I want it to be something that people enjoy. In the sense, again, it's a hard thing to talk about because if I start spending my time, my energy on this instead of other things, it's one of those things I'd have to do in private. Because not like my family and my friends aren't very supportive or anything. They're very supportive, but they're very realistic people, and they're very honest. And they would be like, "Oh, it's a cute little channel, Brooke. We support it, but you probably shouldn't make it your focus because you have other things you got to do." And I know I know I have other things I need to do, and I'm going to do them. But you know, I've struggled my entire life with finding my true passion. And I've reached this point where I think I found it. And I think it's this. And I want to make this work. I really, 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 really can't stress enough how much I want to make this work. And it is going to be hard. I will be doing it on my own. Besides you guys, but most of it I will be trying to trudge through on my own, which, I'm going to try my hardest. And it's going to be something I'm going to have to be able to trudge through on my own. Again, love my family and all that, but they probably would find it very, really, Brooke, you just said you want to be a veterinarian, and I do want to be a veterinarian, but why can't I do both? you know? Maybe when I'm in college, it'll start with a video once a month, maybe twice a month, and if I have time, maybe once a week. And if I'm even more successful and I have even more time, maybe once a day. But I never really know. It's one of those things. It's hard to kind of gauge because I'm not psychic. I can't see the future. I do have weird psychic moments. Like, for some reason, I have the uncanny ability to find anything that's not something I'm looking for. It's really weird. So, like, if my dad's like, Brooke, where's the pot lid? I'll be like, it's probably in the dishwasher, and then you open the dishwasher, it's there. People are like, well, no, there. But you don't understand. Our house gets very mixed and messy. So, like, my mom will be like, where are my car keys? And I'll be like, you probably dropped them on the floor under the sofa earlier when you're walking down the hallway, and then they're under the sofa. It's like, why do I remember these really crazy, weird things? Or, like, I call it the no-der state, where it's like, well, there's only 3 places it could be, here, here, here. And my family will be like, well, I already looked in those 2 places, and then it's always in the 3rd place. It's just like psychic moments. I'm not psychic. But, yeah, there are a lot of things I want to talk about, and there are a lot of videos I want to make, but it's going to be really hard. I know that. But I'm going to strive to. I'm going to try my hardest because it's something I care about. Again, sorry, I repeat myself. I blab on. I know. But yeah, I'm going to try my hardest to do this. I'm eventually, I hope, going to get a better camera. and now deal with this crappy quality. I'm going to try to teach myself how to edit. Yeah. See, it's one of those things where I really want to try hard at this. I really, really do, because I really want to focus on this a lot. But at the same time, I know I have like my senior year of high school, which, I mean, I guess I have a lot more free time because it's my senior year and, senioritis and stuff, so I have more free time, especially on Wednesdays, because they're cutting school short on Wednesdays, which doesn't make sense, but they're doing it. Teachers get less teacher work days this year, and they're making Wednesdays in school shorter, which is just confusing. But I'm going to try to use all my spare time that I can on this, and I will, push myself. I'll make my sisters push me, because I feel like they will probably be very good at pushing me to do this, because I think they know that it's something I'm actually passionate about. And my parents will see I'm passionate about, but they might be like, well, I was passionate about something like that when I was your age, but then I decided to be a counselor, but then I decided to be a physical therapist, But my sisters are so close with me, and two of them have very similar hopes. My oldest sister, she wants to be a YouTuber. Well, she wants to be an artist and sell her art, but she also wants to write comic books, because she does a lot of comic book art, and she has her own stories. She's a writer like me, but she does more comic book style stuff. She's really good, though. She's a really good artist and really good with coming up with these ideas, and the way she writes is so much better than me. But I know, and my little sister, she wants to be a YouTuber. We haven't talked about it a lot, but I know that she wants to be a YouTuber, and I want to help them both, And I feel like if we all work together, it's going to be really nice that we are all able to help each other out and work together and push to do something that we love. Hell, we might even have a channel together. Anyway, so that's that. Those are the updates. Those are the goals I'm trying to set for myself. Also, here's another new update. So in all my videos, I have not been cussing, and that is because most of the time I film these, I'm in my bedroom hoping to God that my parents don't just walk in, and because they think I'm just watching YouTube or whatever, so I just pause it. I'll have to pause it, or I don't pause it, and they're just staring at me and talking with me, and then I have that in my video, and I don't edit because I don't know how to edit. So, and then I have to retake, which just bugs me, because then, I'm not really showing what I originally said, which is what I like to show. Crap. Train of thought. I hate that. God, I hate that. I feel like I'm going crazy right now. All I can hear is the TV. They're watching Chuck Norris. Like, the Chuck Norris. My dad's been watching a lot of Chuck Norris movies, all of his favorite ones. He's not as big of a fan of Chuck Norris as, like, Stallone's, Bruce Willis, and a lot of other action stars, Schwarzenegger. But, anyway. Yeah, so I actually want to do more skits on here and do more stuff like that. But yeah, also another thing, please subscribe down below to watch more. Get this beautiful face. I mean, I don't wear makeup. I might eventually, potentially, I don't know, I just don't really care. Anyway, subscribe below to watch more. I'll probably try to do skits and teaching myself and being able to work out stuff like that. Oh yeah, cussing, that's what I was going with. So cussing. Because I live in my house and I'm always in fear of my parents walking in my room and all that, I don't want to cuss because these walls are very thin. That's why I talk kind of quieter. So I want to talk about cussing because I've been told I cuss like a trucker. My dad doesn't care as much, but I feel like he'd be uncomfortable with me cussing in a video that's getting put online. They don't watch these videos. They might in the future, but they don't watch them now. And my mom doesn't like cussing at all, and she knows that I make these videos. She doesn't watch them, but she knows that I make these videos, and she's supportive and all that. But I've had a conversation with her about it, and she doesn't want me to cuss online. And, and I really want to respect my mom because I do have a lot of respect for my mom. And I'm only 17, so it's one of those things where it's like, if mom says no, you do it type thing. But at the same time, I mean, she doesn't watch these videos. But yeah, so cussing. I'm holding back a lot, trust me. Like, I change words into frickety frackety and shiznizzle and things like that. Something I learned how to do around the house. But in the future, if I'm home alone and I'm out in the backyard, I will probably cuss. But yeah, so don't be, by the way, what I mean by that is don't be afraid. If you want to ask me any weird questions, don't be afraid to ask me like dirty questions or like dirty, dark, weird, whatever. Don't be afraid to ask me any questions in the comments below. But yeah, so subscribe below to watch more of this mess. Give this video a like if you like it. I know I drown on a lot. Also, check out my other videos because there's a skunk, there's a baby, there's a duck, there's me talking about sports, there's me talking about respect for adults. There's my first video, which is actually always makes me laugh because I actually got dressed up for that, and now I'm just like, here's me, here's this red line that always appears on my neck. Yeah, in my next video, I'm actually going to be talking about ghosts. Ooh, spooky. I know it's not Halloween yet, but it's something I love to talk about, like supernatural ghosts and monsters and things like that. I love talking about it, so I'll probably talk about it in my next video. But before that, I will be releasing a new, the storyteller video. I'm actually, so I keep singing for the storyteller, but I was planning that channel to be more than that. So I'm probably going to be reading my my old little kid diary. Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. I forget what I'm gonna do sometimes. Yeah. Anyway, this has been Surprisingly Brooke.